everyone, Olivia Reiner here for Packers News, joined by Jim Owczarski, and today we are discussing the quarterbacks and chatting a little bit about how they fared this past season, giving them our grades, if you will. We'll obviously start with the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Jim, what was Aaron Rodgers' role this season? How different was his role this past season from seasons past? And is it a viable way for him to continue his career with the Packers this upcoming season?
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, he was one of the first guys to talk about players accepting roles in 2019, and his was to not throw 45, 50 touchdowns, in a lot of ways manage games, I'd hate to say, not turn the ball over, put his team in position to win. And look, he played really well in the first quarters of games at a near MVP level. After that, numbers kind of fell off a little bit, which is why I think at the end of the day, at the end of the year, kind of put up pedestrian-ish numbers, especially in the context of his career. I think he played well enough for them to win 13 games, and that was his role. Now, going forward, I think in year two of the LaFleur offense, I think that expectation is going to change a little bit, Olivia. I think, even as he enters his age 37 year, the thought, the feeling is he's going to be able to shoulder more of a load and, if need be, win games like he did in years past.
All right, well, given his age, what should the Packers do about a quarterback possibly finding someone to add on to the roster next season, whether it's in the draft or free agency? Should they be looking to add someone this offseason?
Yeah, it's interesting. So Brian Gutekunst has, in his brief time, traded for Deshaun Kaiser, brought in Tim Boyle and Manny Wilkins as undrafted free agents. So I think now is the time to have this general manager draft his quarterback. And I don't mean a replacement. If it's after the first round, that contract would run concurrently with Rodgers through 23. But I think it'd be interesting to see what kind of QB this GM, this front office looks for, what kind of traits. Obviously, he's got a head coach who has a long history with quarterbacks. I'm curious about that too. So again, I don't know if this is the draft, the replacement year, Olivia, but I do think it's worth the general manager and this head coach finding a guy together that they like, that they think can challenge Tim Boyle, maybe supplant Tim Boyle, and give us maybe a glimpse as to what the future of Packers quarterbacking might look like after the current one moves on.
All right, Jim, we'll see if the Packers decide to add a quarterback to the roster in the offseason. Guys, make sure you're checking out all of our other report cards over on PackersNews.com. Follow us on all of our social media channels. In the offseason, we'll have lots of updates for you guys over there. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.